Hello and welcome to the second installment of the Vintagecraft recap. In this episode we have treachery, tours, and pranks, the whole lot. This is a long one, so strap in, get your stacks, Etho, and let's roll. We kick it off with Silsky taking a wild tour of the Season 1 world of Vintagecraft, a real blast from the past exploring Spawn, and then continuing through builds dotted around the server. When he was talking about shops, I had a real sense of nostalgia when he actually mentioned two shops I was a part of, being the Cluckenbucks and the Vortex Brothers shop. You couldn't find the Vortex Brothers shop because it was taken over, but as he was saying it, he was looking directly at the shop.
Last and probably will be the best. So, thank you so much for watching.
Blue takes a similar approach to Silsky, but he does it a little differently. And he just jumps right into it.
Shoot.
He tours the Season 2 world this time, so we can all get a nice little tour of everything vintage. He even visits the Death Games building that was created by Interstellar Fish, and it's fitting that he's actually the target of his own game. He then goes to buy out a large portion of the loot boxes, spending 45 diamonds and getting lots of goodies. If you're looking for something specific and you play, you can take advantage of this video.
We'll cap it out at 5. Like, I really want to make our ravine really cool. Beautiful view of Spawn Park.
Mr. Bartender made 2 videos this week, and in the first one, he builds the arena more. He also takes suggestions to add a glass ceiling for a better viewing experience. In his second video, he shows the inner workings of the arena with CC Rascal and Abigail, and he truly shows off the power of the design in his arena, as he has packed ice underneath the slow sand, thereby making the movement much slower when traversing it. Sorry for skipping over you last week.
It's like picture perfect, like mathematically blocked. So all this is a mob proof by one lighting, so I kept it as dim as possible.
The crazed bowman himself, Laz hydrates himself completely with some delicious grapes.
On that note, let's just take a grape real quick. Because you know, you always need to stay hydrated.
While hydrating, he builds a water entranceway to his house and recollects why he doesn't have an axe, ending with an exciting explosion.
Doing the aerial sniper. It was at this moment Laz knew he messed up. Oh, that's not good.
Even after getting a new axe, he refuses to move his cursor over by one hotbar slot and use it. Then, Laz to the rescue! He, CC Rascal, Smorpheus, and Mega Grant all take part in the firefighter duty to save Sofa 7, risking their lives and jumping right into the fire. So brave, so professional. Then he tries to punish her for falling in, and a rhyme breaks out.
We're gonna punch her to death now being just an idiot.
Oh, famous last words. You should never say never in the nether.
Finally, he creates a concrete wettener for
working.
a prank he plans to commit in the next episode. Luckily, we don't have to wait for that because he already made the video for it this week. Laz just wants to share his snack with Donut, and has to use pure mathematical skills to create it, talking some kind of gibberish.
Very easy to calculate shape called a torus. And a torus is basically, if you think of a donut shape, that's what a torus is, right?
Sniper Elite, Sniper Elite. Is this just a recurring theme with Laz? In the very same video, he gets Donut to see it.
And I'm really glad. I remember I was happy when I saw her messages because I was like, oh, I started getting nervous.
Indy this week starts off with the most nonchalant prank I think I've ever seen in my life.
It's an awfully nice sheep farm you got there, Tim. It'd be a shame if something happened to it.
He then loses the carpet in the cluster of sheep and has to dive headfirst into the fray. Does a bit of punching to get out of the poor Jeb sheeps. Jeb's always getting taken advantage of in the game, as his name is constantly used. After worshipping the colorful sheep gods, he works on his loop island and makes a lovely farm up there, which I absolutely love the look of. Nice job.
Some hay bales left over. So let's check these.
Trainer Lizzie enters the stage. Lizzie takes an explosive start to the server and gets lots of goodies from the generous people of this wonderful server.
I guess you could say that this episode went out with a bang. If you couldn't tell from my channel, I'm pretty Canadian.
Lizzie is Canadian? Oh, Canada. You know the rest. It's amazing to see more people for Team Canada. She takes some time exploring Spawn and getting some bearings around as she laggily takes a leap into the server. After some time, she goes into the resource world and gathers lots of stuff for epic creations. She even nabs a Bane of Arthropod sword from the community and finds the spider spawner. What luck! For her second episode this week, she builds her windmill base. Don't worry though, her base might look a little square right now, but I've since visited and she's gotten lots done and it looks fantastic. Look forward to her continuing episodes. I feel strangely compelled to say, this week on Hermitcraft. Weird. She even captures her first death on video, though it's sped up. I would have loved to hear her reactions. So let's all give Lizzie a warm welcome to the server and create her into one of the greats. Go to her video in the description and comment District War. Captain Richie, the Railman, the Mailman. That doesn't make any sense. He slowly opens presents left for him in the most aggravating way, leaving the actual present until the very end and keeping us waiting. Next, he shifts his shifting shack into the nature district and goes over his grand rail line. He actually checks his shop and is amazed that someone purchased dirt, the stuff that's literally everywhere, and they spent diamonds too. And he also sold some other things too.
I want to do buying dirt, but you know what? It's cheap, and it's only cost that paid for our boots essentially.
Sofa's gonna get banned! Look out! She steals from the server owner himself and nabs his cat and holds it up for ransom. She must be possessed to do something so crazy.
We're on a boat. We got a kitty on. Kitty, look at me. We're on a boat. We're going boating. We're going boating, 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 boating.
She even rows a boat using her demonic psychic powers and almost murders Beef's cat on multiple occasions.
And then what happened is the boat sank and the cat sank to the bottom of the water. And I was like, oh no! Kitty, please don't. Because it's just like...
Don't blame her, Beef. She's possessed. It's not her fault. The king of the underworld spends his time destroying the natural habitat, which is the coral reef. Fortunately for the server and members, it was from the resource world. He does this for the build team storage, because as well as him being the evil overload, he is also quite a nice guy. Then, he exterminates a pest from the face of the earth by exorcising the evil Zobymaruu, who's in previous episodes attempted to take over the underworld by claiming FNSA's base as his own. Dave easily took back what is rightfully his and has eliminated a potential threat for later. Or did he?
Yeah, I'm back.
You know what? Go build me a mall.
Zobymaruu has taken over my channel, claiming everything as his own and entrapping Zoby into the nether. But thanks to the chivalrous Dave, I have returned and am as strong as ever. Will this be the end of Toby? You decide. You can check out what he has done with the little recaps at the beginning of my vintage videos with the title Toby Builds. After the fiasco, which is Toby, I decided to give a nice little tour of the progress of the Icefell Citadel and reveal the plans for Toby's old base, the volcano, and its new goal in life, which is to be a nice shopping mall by which anyone can visit and purchase goods. It's still in development, keep your eyes out for it. As the Beefers didn't post his video in the server videos tab of his own Discord, he did not meet the criteria for getting into the recap. But as he is a special case, I'll make it quick. Works on shop, gets gifts, gives back to the community. And thanks for watching! No, I can't do that. He already gets so much flack from everybody, I'll just give him a proper recap. The old steak starts off his video in his fancy shop and admires the craft of his beautiful shop. Once he's finished working there, he goes into the nether and takes claim over the nether hub that the build team made, in a joking fashion of course. Next, he goes back to his base and finds all the insane amount of gifts that everyone has left and figures that he won't ever use all the stuff he's getting, so he's deciding to give it all back to the community. and he sets his shop up as a donation station. He finds that his cat has been stolen and the ransom is 47.5 diamonds.
Try to steal my cat back and probably do a whole lot of damage to her place. I feel like that would be a fair trade.
No, Beef. Don't do that. You'll tarnish your good name. Let's set up a petition for the Beaver's cat. I'll start off at spawn and feel free to donate any amount of diamonds you can. Let's see how much we can give back to Beef after all he has given us. It'll be located right outside the donation station. And finally, the man decorates his shop with some paintings, carpets, vines, and the works. Geez, Mega Grand, you upload on the last few hours of the selection dates, so here you are. She goes on an adventurous scavenger hunt with Lazmark and really scratches her head as the clues are very cryptic. The hunt is only located around her base. Firstly, she is drowned in treasure. Then she is told, "Just a great view, what a lovely place you put me into." A corner. Yeah, the corner part kinda goes against the rhyme, but it's needed for the clue to have any meaning. As she finds the next clues, she interpreted them as the finale and had a good old chuckle, but the hunt continues.
Oh, that is so nice. Oh, what you like. Thank you. Look at my cap. Oh, wow.
She finds the beacon, reaches into the flames, to a lonely lamp, and finally to a prickly end of the gifts. That looks like great fun.
Oh my goodness, what's in here?
This has been episode 2 of the Vintagecraft Recap. I'd just like to say thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure that like button helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe for more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.